So from what I understand, a lot of you want assistance in terms of the awareness of what needs to happen within your personal career pathway, right? Currently, you're looking for a job. A few of you guys are doing internships. You've had some sort of exposure in Dubai, all of that. The second thing that I can understand is that you want access to people, right? You want to meet people. You want to get your referrals in because, references really help you to get a job. So you really want to get that sense of accessibility to companies, to people within these companies. And lastly, you actually want to land a job, right? Depending on whatever it is. Now, whether you're looking at it from an approach of get anything at this stage, or you're looking at it from an approach of I want this, and this is something that matches not just my expectations, but that bare minimum that I want right now, right? So there's a lot that is to be discovered together, and I'm really happy and pleased that you guys came to this onboarding call today. For me, I really despise lazy people with dreams, right? People who want to do something in their life, but they don't want to put their work in for it. I am a very friendly person when it comes to, when I'm speaking about human to human. But when it comes to, your careers, your work, all of that, I want you guys to understand that it's a very personal journey. It's something you set for yourself, right? Now, there are a lot of things that we do at Pupilar. And what I'll do is I'll explain to you what Pupilar stands for, why was it even created, and take you through all the different things that you will get within the 3 months that you're going to be with us, right? The way the entire thing is designed is very specific to helping you get your own job, whether you get it from us or you get it by yourself, right? But you have that sense of assistance, that access to people, and that sense of, market understanding. Because trust me, a lot of the times you're competent enough to go and get your job yourself, if only you know the right information and the right people, right? So I'm going to be presenting my screen. I want you guys to go through it with me. I'm going to go quick with it so that you get a grasp of everything there is. After that, we're going to get into a quick session of Q&As, and then we'll get to the other call to actions. At any point of time, if you have a question, please do let me know, okay? I'm going to present my screen. Please let me know if you guys are able to see me. And if I can just ask my team to make notes on the chat box in case there's anything that I need to address and I've missed out. All right.
Just one question before we proceed.
Yes.
This membership is inclusive with the Secure My Scholarship initially that we took to which we came. So is it we have to take it separately?
Come again?
This membership for Pupilar is given through Secure My Scholarship, right? So there is something we are already eligible or like enlisted for this membership, or we have to register ourselves for this?
No, so if you're on this call, it means that you guys are already in. You've been sponsored by Secure My Scholarship, right? So you're already in, and that's why we're having an onboarding so that you understand the journey with us. Okay? Lovely. So now the membership.
Ma'am, sorry to interrupt. Will you be recording this session? Because I do have a class today, so I need to get down from here because I'm in Kusas. I need to travel. So I was then told that the meeting will be till 4:30.
Yeah.
So I guess it's gonna go after that. So yeah, we will be recording it. So can I leave the meeting and see the recording session?
Sure. If my team can just arrange for the recording, can that please happen?
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, Hazal.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. So getting back to the Get Hired memberships. Now, the Get Hired memberships is a membership journey that is created so that we are able to accelerate your journey. If you guys understand what an accelerator program is, it's essentially built to equip you with everything that you would need, whether it's in terms of the environment, the tools that you would require, the connections that you would require to be able to land your job. The promise is to make the whole process 10 times faster. Within the UAE, currently, the average is that every person takes a minimum of 6 months to land a job, right? Now, I want you to picture this. Really spending 6 months, half of your year trying to find a way to live, right? We all understand that UAE is a very expensive, pricey country. It comes with its own goods, but it also comes with its own challenges. So when Pupilar came about building this particular membership, the idea was, how can we give you guys everything so that you can do it yourself and along with us? Now, within this particular webinar, of course, I want you guys to quickly, everyone's cameras are on, that's perfect. And even further on, whenever we have our webinar, this is what we usually follow, right? If you guys have any questions or things like that that you want me to note, just put it up on the chat box so that I'm able to go about it once we're done with the entire presentation. So I'd love to first take you through the journey. Why is it that we even built Pupilar, right? So Pupilar is built out of a personal story from within the founder. So I'm Aksa Khalifa, and along with me, my partner Maimuna Rashid. When we started off, and this was about 5 years ago, when we started off, we did not have anything, right? The UAE market is placed for a lot of people who have that sense of experience, that sense of what we call in this region as wasta, people that you know. And a lot of the times it has become this game of who you know rather than what you bring to the table. Most of us spend a lot of money when it comes to education and a lot of different, micro credentials, all of this going on so that you're able to become eligible to get a job. Except the fact that that's not how it works, right? Most people end up getting a job because of the referrals and things like that. And we want to make that change so that you have enough to be able to get that stepping stone forward. A lot of you guys are still within the university, and sometimes we have opportunities that are around us that we're not able to tap into only because we don't know that that is one of the ways. And later on, once we graduate or we move on from the journey, we realize, I wish I did that, right? So while we were going through that entire journey, us being the people that we were, we pulled up our sleeves and we said, okay, khalas, let's get to work, right? 5 years down the lane, we're now, alhamdulillah, UAE's biggest youth career community. So we have a massive community of young people who want to do something in life, right? And the promise is, how can we help them get there 3x faster? We're supported by a powerful team. Alhamdulillah, we've been featured in some of the biggest places because of all the beautiful work that we're putting up. You can think about, Netflix, Khalij Times, Entrepreneur Magazine. Very recently, we were also recognized by Forbes because of all the good work that we're doing. Now, all of these things were only possible because we've been in the market for so long, trying and striving for that one mission. Our mission for the entire company is, how can we build a society, a world with zero youth unemployment? How can people get employment, whatever it is, that stepping stone immediately after your university? Because most people struggle over that. So as a result of which, what did we create? We created Pupilar, which is a community-based platform that helps people get jobs through in-person engagements, right? So these are creative career events that you get to be a part of so that we're really canceling out a lot of the other formalities that might be. Now, let me give you a picture. How many of us use LinkedIn? Can you guys just show me your hands if you use LinkedIn? You do, right? Now, a lot of us apply through LinkedIn, apply through a lot of these job sites, only to realize that there's a lot of waiting period, right? Sometimes you don't really even get a response. You don't know where you're headed. And more than anything else, there's no sense of feedback that you receive to understand if you're really good. Like Tahir mentioned in one of his stories, right? That at least you're getting calls, and that's a sign that your CV is probably correct. It's good. Now, for me, that's again an opinion, right? I'd love to actually see, is it your CV, or is it the fact that from your CV, people are going to your LinkedIn, and possibly your LinkedIn is better and your CV is not getting through? I don't know what the truth is, right? But the fact is that sense of feedback does not exist. So what did we do? We said, okay, you know what? Let's leave this all aside. And we understand that the game for young people is much different. So how can we make it creative, right? So when I say creative, what we do is we do literally so many different things where people get jobs instantly, right? Now, I want you guys to be mindful. I'm not saying that we're promising you a job. And I'm telling you this again and again and again for all of the job seekers that are within our community. If anybody is going to guarantee you a job, tomorrow you go out there and you go to any recruitment agency and all of that. We're not a recruitment agency, right? But we know a lot of other recruitment agencies. If you go to these recruitment agencies and they tell you that, you're going to get a job for sure, and along with that, there's a payment attached, I want you to be careful, okay? Because there are a lot of scammers in the market. We don't guarantee you a job because trust me, even if I get you the job that's meant for you, you might not want it because of other reasons, right? You hate the manager hates you. I don't know. Something or the other would happen. So you need to be very careful. What we do instead is we bring all the parties together and we say, go, make your dream come to life. And for that, I'll give you all a homework. Since you guys did show up to the webinar, I really want to know who are the people that you guys want to meet so that we can make it happen for you guys. Okay. So we've done a lot of different things. We've done, COP28 Green Skills Fair. This was when we changed the entire Expo site. Have you guys been to Expo? Anyone of you guys? The Expo 2020 space? You've been, right?
Recently that happened. Yeah.
Amazing. So imagine that.
Event.
Yeah. So imagine that entire space being turned into a massive career fair, right? Where more than 78 companies came together to, do the same thing of giving jobs and things like that. The other one was challenge and win a job. Within the same day, if you come, you attempt the challenge, the company likes you, you get the contract the same day, right? And likewise, we've done so many different things that like really help you get into the other side, which are very industry specific, and it really helps you getting there. Our entire thing, we're everywhere, alhamdulillah, and what we focus on is our SDG goals so that we're able to create that sense of impact that we need to. As a result of which, currently, our very active members are 5,000, right? And after this call, I would love for you guys to also join the community, right? So that you have access to the bigger community as well. The whole idea of Pupilar is how can we put you in front of as many opportunities as possible so that you can create that magic for yourself, right? And that's why I say today, we are UAE's biggest youth career community. Now, the Get Hired memberships. The Get Hired memberships is a flagship initiative. So this is our primary initiative for young people with a mix of HR professional networking events. So what we call in this region is it's called Majlis, right? So we sit together and we call the biggest leaders from within the industry so that you're able to network with them. Now, these people are called based on what you would prefer, right? Which is why I'm saying I'd love to know who is it that you want to meet from within the market. You let us know and we make that happen for you, right? So we have networking events, we have workshops, we have career fairs, all of this curated as a part of the membership so that you're able to build that sense of awareness, that access that you want, and achieve that job that you want within whatever respective fields you're in. And with that, we've done so many different events. So just for Get Hired memberships aspect, we've done more than 90 plus events. We have a staggering, hiring success rate based on all of the initiatives that we take. And we have, like I mentioned, a lot of people who come and join us and get the impact that they need to. Now, as a part of the Get Hired memberships, I mentioned that it's an accelerator program so that this is how I would put it, right? If you didn't have this membership, you'd go and try to get a job yourself anyway, correct? But you're doing that by yourself. The idea is that if you work with us, we help you do that with the right kind of guidance, and hence it makes it 10 times faster, right? Now, what would you get as a part of this membership? You get access to UAE Jobs Playbook. Now, this is a curated information bank that is created for you guys so that you have everything, even if you do not get in touch with us and do nothing and whatever. And if you do want, maybe you're extremely busy and you're not able to show up in person, all of that. What happens is that you would be in a position to access it online, right? Tahir, if I can ask you to put your question in the chat box, right? So that I can get through with the entire presentation and then we'll get back to it. Lovely. So You get access to industry activities and workshops. You get to build your own network. You build your own vasta. Now, a lot of people believe that if I do not have my family working here, if I don't have the right kind of connections, I'm not going to be able to get a job. The agenda that we push at Pupilar for the Get Hired memberships is always what's stopping you from building your own vasta, right? What's stopping you from building your own thing? Because quite honestly, if you see at how many people have gotten jobs because their family is here, the answer is very less, right? So what you'd rather do is identify that this is a personal journey and think about how can you build the right kind of network that you want. And in all essence, we're a fun community that helps all of you guys come together and bring whatever potential realities that you want to life. So like I mentioned, there's an entire journey that you would be going through yourself, right? To take you through it, the idea is how are you building yourself to be capable enough to get hired? And while you're doing that, we're going to be giving you a calendar of events that gives you access every single Saturday. You get to come and you get to improve yourself. How do you improve yourself? It's through these different things, like I mentioned, the networking panels, the workshops, and the career fairs that you would get access to. On the other side, on your own personal note, the idea is that you use the Jobs Playbook to be able to build your own pathway. While you're doing that, you also have chapters that have everything to do with your CVs, with your LinkedIn, and all of that. Along with that, we have a massive panel of mentors, right? Now, do you guys understand? Okay, let me put it this way. When you go for your gym memberships, right? And you have your personal trainers, the guys who know it better, who are able to customize it for you. Similarly, we have personal mentors, people who would be able to sit and guide you on your personal pathway. Sometimes it's not just the fact that there are no jobs out there or you do not have connections. So many times we've seen that the problem is the person themselves, right? And that's why it's super important for you to get access to these mentors so that they're able to guide you. Now, a few of the mentor sessions are complimentary by Pupilar, but if you want an industry-specific mentor and all of that, now that comes at a separate charge, but that's something that we can share with you as we go along, right? Now, let me explain to you all the different things that you would get access to within these 3 months. So within these 3 months, you'd be getting 6 networking events. These are the events where you get to come meet people, talk to them, do everything that you need to do to be able to build that sense of referral base for yourself. Number 2, you get all of these different workshops. Now, our workshops are very outcome oriented. And at the end of the whole thing, you'll get one major career fair and access to a career fair where you'll be able to meet multiple company owners, HRs, all of them on ground so that you're able to get your job. We've had people who've gotten jobs within 2 days, right? Just because of the fact that they came to the career fair, because we're very what I would call scrutinous with the kind of companies and everybody that comes on board, right? And of course, the access to the Jobs Playbook. So a quick show of pictures. I really want you guys to go and stalk us on our social pages. Go to Instagram, go to LinkedIn, and see what have we done, right? Go follow the founders as well. Go see all the different things that we do on a regular basis. And the fact that you have access to us directly really puts you in a position of getting as much value as possible. So like I mentioned, we have networking events. These networking events are amazing. We take you to different spaces. We go and do like the craziest thing that you can think of. We've done things like, cooking biryani outside to like really taking you guys into different car showrooms and things that are inaccessible in terms of the other, major companies. How many of you guys know about Love in Dubai? Do you guys follow the page? I'm sure that if you're that's a primary source of information, right? So we really have all of these different industry partners where we take you guys inside. Now that's another way for you to build that sense of connection. Our HR Majlises is where we bring industry leaders. So tomorrow, if you tell me, Aksa, I want to meet, a few people from the field of, the law side, the legal side, right? Then we say, okay, sure, let's consider these are the people. We send our invites, and then the ones who are available to come on board, we bring them in person in front of you. And the way we introduce you is not that you're a job seeker. We introduce you as a person who's a part of the community, so you really get to network with them, build a relationship. Our workshops are called Build It in a Day. So the idea is, how can you come in one day and walk away with a specific outcome, right? So if I say, okay, build the best CV in the world, then you come in, you do that, and you leave. So by the end of 3 hours, you're already walking away with that outcome. So these are really good as well. Our career fairs are very popular. It's the place where the most amount of community shows up. This is where we have a lot of different companies that come together. We have a lot of thought leadership sessions. All of this happens so that you're able to connect with multiple people under one roof. So that's who we are. I'd love for you guys to, like I mentioned, go to our LinkedIn pages and Instagram, follow us so that you're updated with everything. Everything that I told you is a part of your membership already, but there are other events that we constantly keep doing. If those are things that you would be interested in, you can always join in. As a call to action, what I'd love for you guys to do is to quickly scan this QR code that's on the screen. Once you scan the QR code, you'll be led to a link, and I want you to join the Career Networking Circle. So this is our group with all of the other young members that you would get access to. Apart from this, we're also going to be giving you guys a WhatsApp invite to a group that's only for students from Secure My Scholarship. Now, Secure My Scholarship is an amazing initiative, and we're very close to the founder, and he's really keen on getting as many people as possible on board for this membership, because he understands the value of that, right? So all of you guys, amongst you, I think there are other 15, 20 more people, all of you guys would be added onto the group. Please make sure that you're active on your LinkedIn, on your emails, on the WhatsApp group, so that my team, when they reach out to you, they're able to contact you, and we're able to help you with the journey that you're on. Understand that our journey is 3 months long, but we always say that once you're a Pupillar member, you're always a Pupillar member. So our doors are open you guys to maximize the membership that you have, so that we're able to collectively reach the goal that we have of zero youth unemployment. So that's about it, to give you a quick introduction about everything that you would be getting access to as a part of this beautiful initiative. I'd love to understand if there are any questions and answers. For the ones who have to leave, I understand you guys are okay to leave. Just make sure that you still join the WhatsApp group and you're in touch with my team, so that we're able to put you forward. The idea will be to be able to create that group where we can send you updates with all the different events and things like that, and just have a conversation with you. What I would love for you guys to do is, once you join the WhatsApp group, I'd love for you guys to give me a quick introduction, a written introduction, like Yusuf did over here, but with a little bit more about yourself, so that you're able to connect with the rest of the group as well. Send us an introduction and let us know who are the kind of people that you would like to meet, right? From within your industry, identify figures that you'd like to meet in person and put it up on the group, so that we're able to take the next step forward. With that, I'd love to open up the floor for question and answers. I'd be happy to answer anything. Okay, so we have a question on the chat box. What is the difference between Jobs Playbook and Family Book? I see that Family Book question on a lot when applying for a role in the company here in the UAE. Lovely. So your Family Book is only for locals, right? It's only for Emiratis. So it's not, if you're not one, then you don't need one, right? That's actually to understand your family history. And we'll speak a lot more about that in a bit, but that does not apply to you, right? And when I say Jobs Playbook, I'm saying that it's a sense of a toolkit that Pupillar gives to you, so that you can follow through it. Like I said, it's an information bank, right? So when you go onto it, it has chapters based on what are you supposed to do for your LinkedIn, what are you supposed to do for your CV, all of that verified information, so that you don't have to wait for a workshop to learn all of this. You have it in front of you, and you can go through it. Yes, Tahir, what's your next question?
Yeah, actually, what I was also used to see in the question about this the job in the in the Chalhoub, mostly for the Chalhoub group that when you we apply. So it's like I also see that are you a UAE national? So it's like I am an Emirates ID. So does it make me a national? I don't think so.
No, unfortunately. So a national is basically the citizen. So if you have an Emirati passport, you are one, right? Otherwise, you're not.
Okay, thank you.
You're a resident if you have a resident card. Yes, Sheikh Masrat. Please go ahead, ask your question. And the new ones as well. Let me see your faces. That's how we connect, right? So I have a question on the chat box. Does LinkedIn profile help us with any of the aspect? If yes, what are the key things to maintain or keep up? Absolutely. This is why you need to get access to the playbook, right? The playbook answers all of these questions. Trust me, I'm sure you have a lot of details of the questions. If I give you this answer, there are so many more things. And to be very honest, I will have to look at your LinkedIn to be able to support you with that, right? For a lot of these events, we would be having a few of our mentors showing up, right? And that's another way where you can have like an in-person quick sort of a touch point with your with your LinkedIn or your CV if you want any form of opinions from our team. But just to answer that question, we would be giving you this playbook so that you're able to answer these questions by yourself. And if you have any other questions, you just pop it into the group and we'll look into that.